So good morning, welcome back to the channel. It is a bit of a rainy Sunday, but my name's Andrew. This is the NEC in Birmingham, and this is the Classic Motor Show. Let's go and have a look around. Right, slight confession before we start. I'm not a massive classic car kind of guy, but I thought let's come and have a look, and I'll be honest, I didn't know this show was as big as this, so we're going to concentrate on stuff that's like 1980 onwards, unless anything really catches our eye, but we're going to have a look and I'm going to try and educate myself on classic cars. Let's see if we can get near this 917K. It's obviously not an original, the original won Le Mans in 1970, but the guy got an original, measured it exactly, so there's no donor car or anything. This is all completely custom made to the chassis, and then it's got a Porsche flat 6 engine in it, but this is actually up for sale, so offers in the region of around 300 grand, but yeah, and it's completely road legal. Imagine driving this on the road. Lovely E-Type Jag. I love the way they've got a bit of damage at the front here. Look, they haven't tried to cover it up. Ouch. But yeah, lovely E-Type Jag on the Bilstein suspension stand there. Yeah, so this competes in the Jaguar Classic Challenge, but check inside. It's got a lovely Tillet bucket seat. That is really nice. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to rag this around a track side by side with other people. Yeah, this is definitely more my era. Look at this Sierra RS Cosworth. But look at the engine bay on that. That is a full nut and bolt restoration, isn't it? Got AP brakes. The black paint is immaculate. I think this is definitely the cleanest Sierra RS Cosworth I've ever seen. This is the Sunbeam. I think it's owned by Bewley Motor Museum. We've actually seen it quite a few times. So in 1927, I think, it hit over 200 miles an hour. I think it hit 213 miles an hour. But it's got two 22.5 litre V12 engines, one at the front and one that used to sit behind the passenger, and Bewley were actually restoring it. So with the two engines, it makes over 1,000 brake horsepower. Imagine doing over 200 miles an hour in 1927. There's one of the 22.5 litre V12 engines they're restoring. Really nice restored Lamborghini Countach LP400. I don't think I've ever seen a red, kind of reddy orange kind of colour. That is really nice. What would you go for though? I think if I was going to go one, I think I'd have to be obvious and go for white on white. I think this is a really nice looking car. I think this might be one of them poster cars where they look nice on the wall, but I've heard they're an absolute dog to drive. Really odd driving position, so not that I can afford one, but if I could, I think it would just stay on my teenage bedroom wall. So Jeremy Clarkson said you're never a petrol head till you've owned an Alfa Romeo, and I never have. But I think if I would, I think I would start here. This 1750 GTV is a really nice car, especially this example. Absolutely spotless, looks lovely. Would you go more modern and get a GTA M? Look at the spec on this. I love the livery at the front with the white nose and almost like the tricolore stripe over the top. That is really nice, that's lovely. And I love the way they've done these like carbon over fenders at the back with the exposed carbon fibre rear wing and the carbon fibre splitter. Look at that. This is really nice. Didn't expect to see one of these here. This is right down my boulevard. This RWB 911. Look at this. This is a car that's really grown on me. I wasn't sure about it when I saw all the press releases, and even when they released the car I wasn't too sure, but the MC20's definitely grown on me. But I think it's definitely colour dependent, this black one, but check it out in the Spider version with this like matte pearlescent white paint. I bet that paint is a very expensive option, but it's definitely worth it. It completely changes the look of the car. It's definitely grown on me. I really like that now. The MC20 is definitely high on my list. And I really like the interior. It's like they've really focused on just the driving at hand, not too fussy. But if I had to choose, I'd definitely take the convertible. Imagine nice sunny day, twisty mountain pass, got that 3 litre V6. There's about 630 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Definitely take the roof off to enjoy that sound. I think there's 8 halls and I'm only in hall number 1. It is really busy. So this is the Ferrari Owners Club stand. Got this really nice Testarossa here. Lovely 348 TS in there, and then a 360, and then I really like the colour on this 355. To be the nicest spec 355 I've ever seen. Look at this really nice metallic navy blue paint with this tan interior. That is perfect spec. I had to make a beeline for this Sierra RS Cosworth. This is my childhood right here. That is an iconic shape with the most iconic whale tail rear wing you can ever have. Look at that. Back in the day, I think to insure one of these cars was dearer to actually buy the car in the first place, but that is a lovely example. That's been really nicely restored or really nicely looked after. Yeah, that's my era right there. I'm really sorry. Anyone that really likes proper classic cars, I'm bypassing all this because I honestly don't know anything about it. Ooh, is that Bugatti though? Saying that, I don't know anything about classics, but even I know this is a Bugatti Type 51. Unusual not to see it in Bugatti blue. That's got to be worth a few bob. That's lovely. Let's check out this 1964 300 SE Coupe. That is lovely. That is, I don't know if it rolled out the factory as good a condition as that. If I owned this would only come out on the nicest, driest days. So they've got a 190 SL here. This is really nice as well. Matching spec to the 300, but would you take a Gullwing over this? Right. Imagine driving this on a nice summer's day as well. The cream with the red interior. Look at that. That is lovely. This is definitely a bit of me. Mercedes CLK 63 AMG Black Series. That is a muscle car. Sounds amazing. Rear end happy. Everybody wants the Black Series cars to go back to how they were, like this one. 500 of these were produced and only 120 in right hand drive, and this is a pretty rare one because this hasn't got the rear seat delete. You could have an option to take the rear seats out and an extra cage, and this one hasn't got it, so it's a pretty rare car. I've always really liked a Noble. I love the Noble M12 GTO. Look at this. But over here you've got a Noble M600 Track Sport, which was the only one that Noble ever produced. And I think at an event it topped or recorded a top speed of 205 miles an hour. So this is the only one ever made. So that's a pretty rare car. This is the GTS R. I mean, it's got a lot of stickers with a lot of tracks on it, but I'm not sure what it's competed in or where it's been or how successful it was, but that's a cool looking thing. It's all about the engine in these things. 8.4 litre V10. It produced about 640 brake horsepower. Red lines at about 6,500. These things sound amazing. So for the guys that checked out my last video at Snetterton, this was the Noble that we saw flying around the track at the time attack, when it was the time attack and the British Drifting Championship. So I'm not sure how it actually finished when we saw it at Snetterton, but check out all these. Look, first time attack, pro, club champion, first. So this thing is definitely not messing around. So in the back you've got the 3-litre V6 Ford Duratec engine, which has obviously been highly modified. It's all that gold tape for all the heat. But yeah, when we saw this at Snetterton doing the time attack, it was definitely no slouch. So this is a car out of my kind of generation, my era. This is a car I lusted over when I was a kid, the Honda NSX. I don't know if you watched a recent TV programme, I think it was Tiny Temper. He done a TV show and this was actually featured in it. He crashed an NSX on it, but none of these. But this is a Ayrton Senna tribute car. I mean, it's definitely out there. I mean, Ayrton Senna was obviously an amazing driver, but he obviously definitely really liked Ayrton Senna. I was just about to say, if I was going to pick one, I think I'd pick this colour. And then as I come over, I realised it's been supercharged, so I think I'll definitely take this one. So I was just reading the window sticker of this. So due to the supercharger, the power has been increased from 290 to 434 brake horsepower. That's going to make a difference, isn't it? As you all know on the channel, I love a Golf livery, but on a GT40, I don't think it gets much better. Look at that. I know it's a kit car, but I would definitely have that in my garage. But I have to say, I don't mind this navy blue with the yellow stripes. I actually think that really works. I think that maybe the Golf livery is a bit overdone. I don't think I'd ever say that, but what would you take? A more classic kind of, with no decals, just a colour and some stripes? Or would you go for the Golf livery? I think I'd still have to go for the Golf livery. It looks amazing.
We, all the crowd, thank you for putting all this effort in to your vehicle so we can enjoy it. For that reason alone, we're going to raise the roof. Please give Mark Barrett a big round of applause.
Well, I managed to get in the front. I'm guessing that guy he's interviewing with the red hot rod is up for an award. Fair play to him. It's an amazing looking car. We can get near it. I think we've peaked, guys. This is definitely my cup of tea. This is the Lancia Delta Integrale Evo 2 Final Edition. I've seen quite a few Integrales in my time, but this colour, the Final Edition with the yellow and blue stripe down the front, that looks really nice. I think this might be up for sale as well. There's a inquiries thing on the front, so if I win the lottery, definitely going in my garage. But look at the Rally 037. I think this is the Evo 2 Group B rally car. That's a treat to see. Look at all the stickers, I know signature on there from the rally driver. Not sure who piloted it, but that's a thing to see. That's really cool. Sticking with the Lancia, check out these two Stratoses. I mean, they're both replicas, but they look amazing. What would you go for though? The Martini livery or this like acid green? They both look really cool. Pretty nice lineup of cars here. So you've got a 348 TS in red. I like the 308 in black. That looks really nice in black. But check out this 1933 like Ford Coupe. Imagine how many thousands of hours has been put into that. Right, car IQ for you guys. Check this thing out. Apparently it started life as a rolling chassis. It's got all carbon fibre, kind of Frankenstein bodywork on it. Grill off of a Rolls Royce, but guess what engine it's got in it? No, a 27 litre Merlin engine out of a Spitfire. And it's road legal. Right, so I think this is the dealer hall. All these cars, there's probably thousands of cars, they're all up for sale or up for auction. So I think the auction is later today, I think. So we're gonna have a look around, see what's about. So you could have an Impreza P1, guide price of 65 to 69,000. What about an Aston Martin DB6 of a guide price of 270,000? An Aston Martin Vantage V12 with this lovely white pearl paint, guide price of 78,000. I think this is the first time I've ever actually seen a Rapide S. Lovely colour, lovely spec, and this is up for guide price of 70,000. So this GT40 has literally just been finished in the factory by AK Designs GT40 in the Golf livery, and as you can see it's up for 150,000. I can see why this AC Cobra is sold already, up for 59,995. I think that's an absolute bargain. Really nice condition. 60 grand, someone's got themselves a nice car there. Or if you've got 115 grand laying around, you can get yourself a 911T Targa. Guess how much this is up? I don't know if you can see, but have a think, how much do you reckon this Ferrari Dino's up for? 369,995. What do you think? Is that a fair price? It's a beautiful example. I think this is probably one of the cleanest Dinos I've seen. I don't know if it's like a full nut and bolt restoration, but that looks really nice. There is so many cars for sale here. I don't know if you see, I've tried to walk around, there's hundreds, if not thousands of cars for sale. There's no way I can cover them all, but there's some crazy cars for sale. This is another first for me. I've never seen an MG SV, and you've got 4 of them here. So they all come with a 5-litre V8 Mustang engine, but this one has had a Rouse supercharger fitted to it. What do you think? Yay or nay? Right, I had to stop and take a look at this Morris Minor van. Look at that. Imagine squeezing that engine into that engine bay. That's crazy. So this Mark II Escort with the Rothmans livery. We've seen this actually go up the hill quite a few times at Goodwood Festival of Speed. It's quite a well-known car, but yeah, it's nice to see it here. It's definitely seen a lot of action, this thing. But let's go and check out the Escort Cosworth. But this is definitely more my era. I remember watching the World Rally Championship on the telly when I was a kid. These things flying through every stage, winning everything, battling it out with the Imprezas. This thing looks awesome, and you've got to check it from the front. Look, for the night stage, it's got the big rally pod lights on the front. That thing looks so cool. This whole hall is auto jumble. It's literally got everything. You can buy tools in here, stuff to make your man cave or your garage look cool, or you can rummage around and try and find that missing pipe or tube or bracket for your really rare classic car. But it's massive, it's massive. Look at the spec and colour on this RS Cosworth. I'm not sure if this was an original paint code that it came out with. I've never seen one like this. I think this has been resprayed, and I love the matte silver wheels. That looks really nice. As a spec goes, I think this is the nicest RS Cosworth I've ever seen. Right, so I've just educated myself. This is actually a Ford paint colour that you could have had the RS Cosworth in. It's called Dual Violet, and only 24 were done in this colour in right-hand drive. But what a colour! This looks lovely. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but as colours go, that's got to be my favourite RS Cosworth. Check out this Mark I Golf with the Honda VTEC B16A engine in it. I think it's got like full AP coilovers, big brakes. Unusual to see like an engine swap on something like this with a 4-door, but this thing's not messing about. It's my ultimate dream car. Have a look at this Hakosuka. This isn't a GTR, it's a GTX, I believe, but my god, that's a rare car. I think it's up for sale for 160, 165 grand, but yeah, that's perfect 10-car garage, that that's up there. That's number 1 or 2. It's a shame it's not a GTR, but if it was a GTR, I think you'd add about another 100 grand to that. Lovely condition. I think that's completely been restored. This is Sumo Power's R35 GTR. We've seen this a few times. We actually saw this going up the hill at Goodwood this year. But yeah, lovely car. Really nicely done. So this is actually a Skyline 2000 GTR replica. But it's done completely taken back to shell. Completely restored. Love the paint and the gold. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a Toyota Celica. That is lovely. I love the paint. Look at the like candy apple green paint. That looks really nice. That's been fully taken apart, hasn't it? That is spotless. So I think this is a 6R4 actual proper Group B rally car. I'm not sure if it's a replica. I don't think it is, but there's 3 here, and I think they're all originals. So that's got to be worth a few bob. That's a crazy looking thing. Group B rally was a crazy era, wasn't it? Look at that. But let's take a look at the white one. I love the look of these things. These look awesome. All the aero. They're mad looking things. I think this is comment below. I don't actually know what that is. That's not. Is it a 6R4? It looks. It's got different sides on it. It's got different air intakes and everything. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think that's a Group B rally car. I think that must be a different stage, different group. Look how clean this Toyota Supra is. There. You can see it's been fully taken apart, but come around the back, look under here, look how clean this is. That is spotless. I think the probably the only cleaner one is probably in Toyota's museum. Right, so I was just chatting to the owner of this. This started life as a completely standard Toyota Supra, and he's put all this body kit on and everything to make it look like the Tom's Castrol Racing Supra, but I think he's done a really good job. I was just saying to him, it looks cool. Apparently he's only just got it back. All the livery's just been put on, so it's pretty much been brand new to him with all the kit and everything, so that looks cool. Looks really good. Right, so we've got another Escort rally car here in the Repsol livery. Looks really cool. Proper iconic 80s, 90s livery. Never going to disappoint. That'll be a classic forever. Looks really cool sitting here. Right, so this has to be the most iconic Group B rally car, doesn't it? This is the RS200. This is obviously the homologated version of the Group B rally car. So I don't know if this has been completely restored. Look at that. It looks good as new. I'm guessing this has all been restored. I think there's actually one here that is for sale. But yeah, check that out. So we've actually found another RWB Porsche here at the Classic Show. I love the colour, how wide these things are. I love the BBS wheels with the bronze centres, and I think, yeah, look, check out the Recaro bucket seats, navy kind of Alcantara yellow stitching, and the yellow backs with the yellow seat belts and the matching steering wheel. It's really nicely tied all together. Look how wide that thing is. Really nicely done. I like the yellow back with the embroidered company logo, but check that out. And I'm guessing they only made 12 of these kits, so it's signed here by RWB. I don't know if you can see that there. It's number 2 of 12. That's a really nice car, really nicely done. I was rushing, thinking I'm doing quite well. This place is massive. I've just turned around. I've realised there's a whole nother hall I haven't been in. Oh my god. Right, this is reminiscing a little bit for me. I had a white Vauxhall Nova GSI, even with the Speedline wheels. I lowered it. I hadn't done the engine swap like this, but mine looked exactly like this. Yeah, this was one of my first cars. I wish I'd kept it, to be honest. It's really nice. I always thought if I had an R34 GTR, it'd be in Bayside blue, but this like graphite grey with the Nismo over fenders and these like gloss Volk T37s, I think they are. Let's check out the interior. It looks really nice. Really nice. And then Godzilla itself, the RB26. It's pretty cool actually, painted in yellow, stands out, but yeah, no, this is a clean example of an R34 GTR. This is lovely. Almost looks like the Z-Tune. Oh, it's got the Z-Tune front fenders on it. That's what kind of makes it. I think that's the Z-Tune body kit. That looks really nice. This takes me back as well a little bit. I had a Honda Civic Jordan that was actually featured in Max Power, and this Peugeot Ecos was featured, I think, either the same month or the month after. It was a pretty well-known car about the same time. I think it's even got, yeah, I think it's got the Max Power magazines that it was featured in. There you go. My car might even be in that magazine. Right guys, comment below. This is a Renault Twingo, no engine up the front. I don't know who's done this. I don't know if somebody's done this or it's been done by Renault, but the engine's in the back. I don't know what engine that is, but it's a cool looking thing. I'm going to Google it when I get home. I've got no phone signal here, so, but if you know, what do you know about this? Comment below. I love the look of these Alpine A110s. They look really nice. And then when you compare it kind of to the original rally car, look, they've done a really good job of kind of taking inspiration from the originals but making it look modern. These things are tiny though. Look how small that is. Such a cool looking little car though. I bet that's so nimble. Imagine how quickly that thing changes direction. So I found out all the car auctions were on yesterday, Saturday, but it's Sunday today, so they're doing all the bikes. But this is the pen where you'd pay to come in and have a look at all the cars, but loads of them are sold now. They've all got sold, please do not touch, but there's some awesome cars going up in here. But I came to look for an RS200 Evolution, which I thought was going up, but it might well have been sold yesterday and they've moved it out, so it's a bit of a shame. But there's amazing cars in here, amazing cars. These have both been sold, Project 7 and a Project 8. We saw one of these at Petrol Hedonism, I think it was, and it was just black. It was black with black wheels, no livery or anything. It looked proper menacing and really subtle, but I do like the blue. I like the blue with the black and the exposed carbon fibre and the livery. That's really standing out. I think they cut the production of these short. I think they made about 200 less because of gas emissions. I think they hit 200 miles an hour, then the emissions changed, so they tried putting gas filters in the exhaust, but it couldn't then get to 200 miles an hour, so they decided to stop production. So there's a lot less of these than you actually think. But what would you take? Would you take the 8 or the 7? This is nice as well, really nice spec. Really light blue with the white stripe and the white dot on the side. They're both really nice. Check out this Audi Quattro that's it's now been sold, but the information on the windscreen says it's been on a farm for 39 years. I presume it's been in a barn and they pulled it out, but it's sold. The asking price was between 20 and 25,000. I think that's a bit of a bargain. I bet this will come up really nice if you give it a clean. But yeah, it's been sitting for a long time, but it's now sold. It'd be cool to see what somebody does with that. There are so many cars that have gone up for sale. It was a massive auction. It would have been quite interesting to come yesterday and watch all these go up to see what certain cars went for, but there was literally a bit of everything here. Right, this would have been a fun car to go for. This is road legal, but it's sold, obviously. There's a Group N rally car, obviously Ford Escort. The reserve or the guide price was between 30 and 35,000. I think that's actually pretty good. I would have paid 30, 35,000 and get to drive that on the road. That's pretty cool. That shows you how much of a bargain that rally car over there was. That was up for 30 to 35, but an original RS Cosworth is up for a guide price of 80,000. So would you take an original RS Cosworth for 80,000, or would you take the Group N rally car for 30 to 35,000? I think I'd take the rally car. This has always been a car that I thought I'd want in the garage. I don't know why, but I've always loved these little things. This one's really nicely done. I think this has been completely restored. Let's have a look. What's this up for? It's sold. So the guide price was 19 to 22,000 for this little Fiat. That's really nice. So this is a pretty rare car, the Tommy Mackinnon edition Evo. This has been sold. I don't know what it went for, but it had a guide price of 105,000. That's a pretty rare, awesome car. And then this R33 GTR. I mean, not that long ago you could pick one of these up for like 20, 30 grand, but now look, the guide price of 68,000 for an R33 GTR. I mean, it's an amazing car, but the price, they've just skyrocketed now. Right, I am done. This show is massive. Much bigger than I thought. It's got loads of classic cars. It's got a bit of everything. It's got like auto jumbles, people selling tools. There's kind of new cars. It's kind of not new supercars, but it's not all just classics. It's much better than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I don't even want to know how many steps I've done today, but finally got a drink. It's 4 o'clock. I've got about an hour drive home, so that's it. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the little bell icon for plenty more videos to come. See you on the next one.